In this video, we're going to teach you how to West Coast swing by teaching you the 4 basic patterns of West Coast swing. In this video, you're going to learn the sugar push, you're going to learn the basic left side pass, you're going to learn the right side pass, also known as the underarm turn, and finally our first 8 count basic pattern, the whip for West Coast swing. So let's get started. Hey, my name is Brian B.
And I'm Miss Megan.
From West Coast Swing Online. Now, leaders, I want you to be on my side of the room, and followers are going to be on the followers' side of the room. We're going to walk through the basic footwork, both of us at the same time. We're going to narrate our footwork back and forth. We're going to do everything about 3 times a piece so you can follow along. So the first pattern is our sugar push, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Leaders' footwork, we're going to start with 2 walking steps back. They're going to be small steps. 1, 2, very small step back. Now we do our first triple step, 3, and we step forward for 4. Now we have what's called an anchor step or a triple step right underneath ourselves, 5 and 6. Let's do that again from the leader's perspective. We walk 1, we walk 2, we triple 3 and 4, 5 and 6. For the followers,
we have forward for 1, forward for 2, together 3, and back for 4, and together 5 and 6. Let's do that again. So we have 1, 2, together for 3, and back on 4, 5 and 6.
So to partner this, very simple. Follower's hand's gonna go on the top, leader's hand's gonna go with a little finger, almost like a toy gun, with the follower's hand on top. We have what we call an away connection, so we're stretched with our centers away. We're gonna walk with our 2 small steps back. Our follower is gonna run into my right hand with her punching knuckles. So we dance a 1, we stop her for 2, we triple 3 and 4, and we anchor 5. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3 and 4, anchor 5 and 6. That is your sugar push for West Coast swing. Now for our second pattern, we call this a left side pass because the follower is passing on the left side of the leader. So let's take a look at the footwork from our proper sides. All right, leaders, we call this a left side pass because the follower passes the left side, but for the sake of the video and learning our footwork, I'm gonna stagger myself off so you can follow my footwork, and the followers will be able to see Megan's footwork. She's gonna be in the front in just a second. So leaders, I'm gonna curl out of our slot for 1, together 2 to allow the follower to pass. I'm gonna do my same triple step for 3 but on count 4, I'm gonna flip to the other side, then my triple step in place for 5 and 6. Let's do it again from the other side. We have curving out 1, we dance together 2, we triple 3 and 4, and we anchor in place 5 and 6.
Now followers, your footwork. We have 2 forward steps, so we're gonna go forward, forward. We're gonna go side, cross in front, step back, and then triple step. Let's do that one more time. We start with a walk, walk, side, cross, back, anchor, step.
So to lead and follow this is very simple. We maintain our away connection, pulling our elbows away. So leaders, as I start to look to my left and I curl out of the way, I'm just gonna basically pull Megan gently down the slot. If I did it from the other side, again, I get out of the slot to my right and she passes to my left. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, and we call that the left side pass. Now the third basic pattern we call the right side pass. It's also called the underarm turn because the follower progresses under our arms. Now I have good news and bad news about this pattern. For the leaders, I'm gonna have to learn different footwork from the left side pass, but the followers are actually gonna use the same footwork. So if you pay attention closely, followers are gonna use the exact same footwork as the left side pass. Leaders, because this is a passing pattern on my right side, I need to get out of my slot to my left. So leaders, I'm gonna step back and slightly cross for count 2. I'm gonna triple around to my right for 3 and 4, and then I'm gonna anchor step in place. If we look at again from our original side, stepping back and out of the slot for 1, I cross in front for 2. I'm generally faced this way as the follower passes me for 3 and 4, and then I anchor step for 5 and 6.
Followers, we're just gonna review 1 time. So we have forward, forward, side, cross, back, and anchor step.
All right, to lead this, there's one trick we have to master, and that is I need to be able to spin my left hand up so I can look at my watch. So I want you to just stand in front of each other and allow followers are going to keep a cup to their hand. Leaders are just going to spin so that your hand, you're looking at your watch on your left hand. That's the position that's going to allow the follower to go under. So you can practice that right in front of you. Pop that hand up, send the hand around her head. That's the action of the hand. Now, if we add our footwork to that, we dance 1. On count 2, I need to have that hand flipped. This is going to create a window for my partner to get underneath an anchor step. If we look at it from the other side, counting the footwork, we have 1, flip the hand, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, and we call that the right side pass. Now, our 4th basic pattern on our journey to learn how to West Coast swing is called the whip, and it's different because it has 8 counts. Let's take a look at it once before we learn the footwork. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4 of 5, 6, 7, and 8. So you can see that it went all the way to 8 counts. The rhythm is going to be walk, walk, triple step, walk, walk, triple step. Let's start looking at the leader's footwork. So leaders, it's going to start a little bit like our right side pass. We're going to curve out for 1, cross in front 2. We've left space for the follower. We're going to dance 3 and 4 as we step across the slot. Here's where things change. We have 2 walks, a slight side step for count 5, back in the slot for 6, and we anchor 7 and 8. Let's do that one more time. We have 1, we cross 2, we turn around 3, and on count 4, I need to step across that slot. Small step 5, walking step 6, we anchor 7 and 8. Let's take a look at the follower's footwork.
Followers, we still are going to step forward with our first foot, with our right foot. So we have 1, we're going to turn backward for count 2. Then we're going to go back, together, forward for 3 and 4. Now on count 5, we're going to turn around backwards. Count 6, we step back, and then triple in place. So again, we have forward for 1, back for 2, back 3 and forward 4, turn 5, step 6, 7, and 8.
All right, dancing the basic whip is super fun, but it is a little tricky to lead when we are new. Leaders, what I need to do is I need to send Megan forward on that right foot and pivot her back. So let's look at that all the way through first. We have a 1, 2, 3, and 4 of 5, 6, 7, and 8. But the big key is that I need to lead her forward. We need to both maintain this connection because this is what I'm going to use to spin her back. Now, at this point, the follower has a responsibility.
Followers, when we're being led through this, we're being led forward and then turning backward. Before we get to our arm, which we are going to get to in a minute, make sure that the leader is not having to pull you all the way through this turn. 1, you're going to turn on your own. And as you do so, this arm, you're going to recognize this as a whip. You're going to lift your arm up and over. You have 1, 2, and it's going to go up on their shoulder blade.
Now, once we get to that position, 1, 2, the follower is going to dance back together forward for 3 and 4. Now, the keys to victory here, leaders, if I take my hands off Megan and just look at our footwork, we have a 1, 2. My arms have to allow her to go back together forward. Now when she steps that forward step, that's where I'm going across the slot. We have 1, 2, 3, and I'm on my own side. On count 4, I step to the other side for count 4. We both should have a view over each other's right shoulder. From here, leaders, I can look to the side for 5, release for 6, and we anchor 7 and 8. Let's take a look at that from both sides. We have a 1, 2, 3, and 4 of 5, 6, 7, and 8. And from the other side, a 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I hope you enjoyed learning how to West Coast swing of those 4 basics. If you want to know what patterns to learn next, you can get them right here. If you want to learn a couple of the beginner technique tips, we've got a playlist right down here. And if you haven't yet, head on over to westcoastswingonline.com. Enter your email address on the first page. We'll give you a free membership to our site, and you'll be part of our West Coast Swing Move of the Week Club.